They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's to about the 29, just shy of the 30. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. There, that's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. The power move there couldn't base. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. Wilson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chain.
Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure.
Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. They go back to Gordon here on first down. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
On 2nd down, Wilson sets up the screen to Gordon. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Five yards to gain here on 3rd down. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's long. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Now Wilson on 2nd down. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. The rushing numbers for Wilson may be down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the 1st down. Now this will be the 9th play on this drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. And now it's 2nd and goal. And to give this time to the tailback. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. Well, now they'll try the end around. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
It becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now here's Mahomes.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Give him 3 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin as the Chiefs in possession of the football as we begin the 2nd quarter. They're looking at a 3rd and 6 here to start things out.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Mahomes going to throw. And it's complete to Kelsey. And the ball is knocked out, and the Seahawks have picked it up.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. And he'll give it here to his running back. Despite the strong run, he'll be hit and dropped shy of the 45. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Here's Wilson. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That's a 1st down if he holds on, but you saw the contact, able to jar it free from him and force a 4th down.
Great play defensively there, as you said, just to knock it free, because if he had caught that past the sticks, 1st down. And he was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a two-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. They run again with Hunt, and he is going to be knocked flat on his back. Oh, a big hit. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. To throw, it's Mahomes. And he fires one, but incomplete.
But no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Returnable for Lockett. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. They go play action with Wilson. Forced out to his left. And a big hit at the end of that one. He's knocked down hard at the 46. Give him 7 there. Better shape now for 3rd. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Wilson. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. The Seahawks send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. Well, not only did they try to fake it, they put the ball in the arm of their punter, and it didn't work out.
Not the quarterback.
No.
The punter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Risky.
And it's so funny because when it works, genius. When it doesn't work, not so smart.
Not so genius.
In this case, not so genius. I do admire that he went for it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Mahomes used to moving quickly in college, trying to get his guys to the line. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. Flushed out right. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards in the first.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Flush to his right. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. A good pickup there of 20 yards. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Second down now after the incompletion. Mahomes going to hand it off to Hunt. And some big-time hitting going on there. He is knocked to the ground. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4. Throwing now is Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal.
Now that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a 1st down and inside the 5-yard line.
A toss play to Hunt. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. It's a short kick here, fielded at the 24. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Final play of the half. It's Wilson trying to set up the screen, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. The big boy's big dream right there. He got to rumble and stumble all the way for 6.
Nothing like big man with football, is there? I mean, that brings people onto their feet every single time, and his dream was answered on that.
And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. Play fake there to Hunt. Now Mahomes. And the Seahawks defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Jaron Reed busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Here's Mahomes on third. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48, and they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. After the interception, here's Wilson. And his throw is incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. 2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. He lets it fly for Lockett. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
On 3rd down, this is Melvin Gordon. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. The Seahawks send out their punter. On, we think, to punt, though he's faked it earlier, but he was unsuccessful. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. Fresh set of downs here. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. They'll toss it to Hunt. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Here we go.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. As Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They'll run it now out of the gun. They find some open field here. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. Past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw. A free safety's drill.
Here's Franks now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. On second down, here's Wilson. He's going to air one out. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Now Hunt. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give them a new set of downs. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. It's caught, Shepard. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Seen, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. Second down. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
That one good for 12 yards in a Kansas City first. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Shepard. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Ooh, long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. Hunt gets it on the draw from Mahomes. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And Frank's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. And you figure with that, this game's pretty well out of reach.
It would take a heck of a comeback at this point. Being 3 scores down, I think that's too much to ask with time winding down here in the fourth.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And out now come the Seahawks. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Chris Jones in there to drop him, and he continues to wreak havoc in offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Well, Charles, it's
愛してよ私を抱いてよねそばにおいでよ私の最後の記憶に君の愛を残したい
Polo to the flow though.